questions?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay.
Hi, Steve. Let me introduce us first.
Sure.
Today we represent a journalist group from Xueersi Educations. So my name is Sunny. I had a question for you. So online educations can connect many different countries of people. So what's your opinions on online educations? Please tell me more.
Well, communication is really useful because what someone else does or says brings thoughts to your head, and then you sometimes have things to add to them, and our intelligence of the world, what we do, how we live, grows proportionally by the more people you interact with. Even if they're in the same country, in a different city, or they're in the same city in a different school, or further off a different country, you start to learn about other people and you start to find out how mostly they think the same as you. And everybody has the same goals in life, which is to be well educated.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I've also got a question for you, and my name is Jeffrey. I'm in sixth grade. So, what are the advantages and downsides of teachers compared to automated education systems? So,
Yes. Well, it turns out that people who want to learn are generally younger. And we're looking for guides, and we like human guides. We want some humans to steer us. We think that an online book is just sort of like a computer. It doesn't feel like a human being, like a friend. So you still always want a friend who can understand you, have feelings for you, look at your face, know what you're having trouble with, that sort of thing. And computers are not very good at that. They don't equal a human mind. So we will always need human teachers. I don't think that'll ever change. If it did, it might be a very good thing, but it's not the case yet. You're welcome.
so there's a question from her.
Hello, Mr. Steve. My name is Lulu. Could I ask you a question, please? And I remember a famous scientist said, all human wisdom will be replaced by AI technology. So could you please tell us if AI technology will make our education better or worse?
My own opinion is AI technology today is not really intelligent. It is just high-speed, fast computers helping us do things we could not do without them. When man discovered a hammer, he could do things that he could not do without the hammer. When man discovered a wheel, or women discovered a wheel, mankind could do things that we never could do before. Every bit of technology improvement on the way gives us more power, but it's not really something to be feared. Artificial intelligence does not think like a human being because we don't know how the brain is structured, and it may never think that way. Will it replace humans and think for us? No, it'll help us do what we want to do. Here's an example. No machine with AI sits down and says, what should I do today? What would be a good thing? What would help me? What would help the world? What would be clever to solve? They never sit down and say, do that. They only do things that we want. Will that ever change? Nobody can prove that it will change, that we'll truly have artificially intelligent machines that are smarter than humans doing everything for us. And I don't believe in it. I used to, but I don't anymore.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Steve. My name is Bill, and I've got a question for you. What's your opinion of the information overload caused by the coming of digital age? You know, it's common among kids. We can get information from various ways through internet, press, and media. Do you think we benefit from it, or it has negative effect on us?
I believe that it has both positive and negative effects on us. The positive is, if you are curious and you want to learn more or find out about something, you have very easy access to the answers. The negatives are a lot of what it does increases the amount of communication and socializing with other people. The social web becomes very habit forming. When you get habits in your life, it's hard to stop. I think almost all of life is controlled by habits. If you get used to something like eating at a certain time, you don't feel good if you don't follow that habit, and eat at that time. So, but habits are the same as addiction. You might have heard of addiction. A lot of people might get addicted to something like drugs. And drugs might have some good effects, like make them happy, but drug addiction winds up keeping them trapped to the habit of the addiction. And that's what sort of happens with the social web. And you don't want to be controlled by machinery. You don't want to be controlled by a social web. You want to totally think for yourself and be yourself. So sometimes it's hard to break away and have both be your own creation and be a part of the social web.
Thank you for your answers, Steve. Glad talking to you and looking forward to meet you in the future.
Good. Nice talking to you, intelligent people. Yes.
Actually, we have 2 minutes left. Anything else you want to ask Mr. Wozniak or Mr. Wozniak? Do you have any questions for them?
Well, actually, I have one. So, what's your attitude on the recent the Apple company? So, what's your opinion on the Apple company recently?
I favor human beings as being more important than technology. Human beings deserve to be treated the right way, the same way that your parents would treat you. And one of these concerns is you have your own life, you have your own privacy, you should not be surveilled and watched intently. You should have a lot of freedom to think unusual thoughts. At Apple, we call it think different. Apple has stood up for the human being over and over. We don't care if you're different than us. You might be from China, I might be from the United States. I don't care if you're different. We live in Silicon Valley, where Apple is, a well-known technology area. It's one of the most diverse places in the United States, meaning more different types of people. It's one of 10 counties in the entire United States where more than half the people speak non-English at home. They speak Korean and Mandarin and Indian dialects and other Chinese dialects. They speak all these languages, Vietnamese and whatever. That's how we live. And we just find out that everybody who's different is really the same. Thank you.
Would you mind to take a picture with Steve?
I'd love to. Let's stand up then.
Okay, wait a second, sorry. Very towards